So here we have the syntax and logical errors in compilation. So after writing a program, when we execute that in the compilation, we get some errors. So these are of two types: syntax errors and the logical errors. So let's discuss what are they in detail. First, we shall see the errors in program. So this error is an interruption in a sequence of execution of a program. So whenever we execute a program, so there will be some errors. That error is nothing but it is an interruption. So after rectifying the error, after debugging it, then the program will be executed. So let's see the example here. From the top to the down means from the starting of the program to the ending. So in between some errors we may get. So error nothing but it is an interruption. So error is called as the bug. So in the programming language, that error is called as a bug, and debugging is a process of detecting and correcting errors. So when after getting error, we try to detect it and we also correct the errors. So that correcting, that process is called as the debugging. So let's see the types of errors. We have the two types of errors. One is syntax error and the logical error. So compile time or the syntax error. So we can also call it as compile time errors or the syntax errors. So these errors are occurred in programming because of poor language on programming. So if we have the poor language in programming, and those are called as the syntax errors. These are just a simple one, uh, like a semicolon or declaration of the variable. So these are just because of the poor language on programming, these errors occur. So those are called as the compile time or the syntax error. So let's see an example here. In the first example, int n. So in this int n, when we execute the program, if we write it as int n, then it will be getting error. So that error is called as a syntax error because we are missing the statement here, semicolon. So statement missing, that is semicolon. So this is called as a syntax error. Now next one is printf. Within the double quotes, hello we are writing, but we are not opening this brace. So the function call missing. So this is a function called missing. This is also comes under the syntax error. The next type is logical errors. So logical errors are also called as the runtime errors. So these errors can occur because of poor understanding of a given problem definition. So whenever we have written the program, because of poor understanding, these errors will be occur. So for example, a is equals to 4 and b is equals to 0. So when we divide a with the 4, that will be stored in C. So we cannot divide the 4 by 0. We get it as infinite. But in the programming, that is an error. So that error is called as a logical error. So any number divided by 0 is a error. Now the program for this is int main, and within the block I am declaring one variable c. So that is of integer data type, and clear screen c is equals to 4 by 0. So directly I am assigning 4 by 0 value to the c. So when we print a percentile d, and when we print this the variable c, then it will be getting error. So that error is called as the logical error because we cannot divide the any number by the 0. So if we divide, then we get it as 0. So that error is called as the runtime error or the logical errors. So this is the important one which can be asked for the 10 marks. So errors are of two types. One is syntax error, which is also called as the compile errors, and the one more second one is logical errors, and this is also called as the runtime errors.